Sorry, people who appear to be waiting on one driver, MVerk. Um, Suspect he's going to spin during the race anyway. We're getting on the way. Oh, it's a wet quali. Anyway, wet quali. Who's got it in them? The first one-shot quali back in the new year. The first race of 2023. Who's gonna pull it off? It's not gonna be Simo, as he seems to cut the track. It's gonna be fun trying to navigate through all of this. The Panda is currently in P1. I will remove this. Don't need it. Keep that. So you know where they are. And there's still in the lead with Morris. Probably close behind, I can't quite tell. Kinetic Forge has left the lobby. Seems to be a recurring thing every single time he's in a race. Best Swansea in third. Mitchell actually down in fifth. Quite surprising from the championship leader. I expected a bit more bigger things, but we don't. I'm hoping this isn't a wet race. If this is a wet race, I will cry. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do comms here, but I'm doing it. I thought, oh, it's Singapore. This might be fun, but I've got a feeling my mic's going to be muted for this whole race. Anyway, to round the final call comes Panda. He's been in P1. Oh, and he spins on the line. Oh, he still gets it. Oh, never mind. Oh, and he's 1.1 seconds ahead of everyone else. I'll catch the rest there. So as Panda in P1 gets pole position for the first race back. Best Swansea right behind him, but a whole second behind, with Morris and Aidan Jones following behind the two teammates in Virtuosi / Alpine, with Michael, the championship leader, down into fifth, with a very slow time. I'm hoping that means it's going to be a dry race because of his setup. I assume he put on a dry setup. Swifty in sixth, Nova seventh, eighth is Arrows, ninth is Miles, Ryan is 10. Inferno Cheese, the debut back into the league. It's been a while for him. Young Shots in 12th, 13th Simo, and Kinetic Forge is 14th. Now we get into the race. Please don't be wet. That's not what Swansea saying. It is raining. Please. Don't do this to me. Oh, it's dry. It is dry. Thank the Lord. Speaking of pings, who's ping? So then, at least the first race back is going to be dry. First race in 2023 for the Division 2 guys. Get things back underway in round 7 in Singapore. As I said earlier, is Michael leading the way in the standings. I think he's got quite a good gap actually. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at the gap, as I believe Everton just scored. For those who are unaware. It is Mitchell in the lead with Panda following behind him, and then Swifty Racer actually in third as well. That's didn't see that one coming. And then as the drivers approach the grid to get this race underway. Panda got disqualified from his racing line actually, so he starts a bit further back than he would like. Can't even do it. I don't think many other people have either. Anyway. Four red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Here in the Singapore GP in F2 drive through. M-Ferg is actually, he's got a jump start. As Best Swansea, I believe, takes the lead. With Alpine following close behind him, so I guess you didn't get a very good start, did you, Panda? I can't quite tell who's who, so we'll get this back. Oh, Panda is still in the lead. Oh, I thought Best Swansea took it off him, but I was wrong. Marshall makes off the position off the start. So a lot of battling here going on. No one spinning yet, someone going wide there. That's arrows to the hull having to go wide. Or when someone just goes for the dive bomb on him, who is that? Is that Arrows? Arrows just goes for an incredibly stupid dive. That's probably just to wipe him out. As Kinetic Forge is actually disqualified from the race also. Oh, and that's another 2 going out. Arrows and Nova. And now it's I think, is that a safety car? Let's see the boards. Virtual safety car. There's 3 drivers out. Oh, and someone spins. That's a Red Bull. That's a Red Bull livery. Is it Inferno Cheese? On his debut back in Formula V. I think it's been over a year since he has been here. That's a interesting one. Aiden Jones actually losing 2 positions down from, I think, 4th he started in, and 4th or 5th he may have started. But we've just seen quite a mess there. As Arrows just decided to fully get his revenge on Nova. And Enferg gets a drive-through penalty. I am loving this. Ah, oh, Enferg, nice start to the race you've had, mate. How long until you go into the pits to retire? Who's that spun round? Who's that? Timo has spun round on the restart. Interesting. M-Foot Masterclass. You admit he should have just stayed as a TP. It would have made him look a lot more better. Anyway, go back to the action as Mitchell is actually right on the tail of Morris. Is trying to get past him here, but he has to go wide and does not get the move done on him. Hopefully we can get somewhat of a smooth, cleaner race. Singapore, I'd hope people don't decide the comment I just read. Suzuki, I believe you are the Mercedes team principal. He's just said in chats, and I quote, "I've made some bad decisions in my life, but signing Enferg is my worst." Oh, right, I'm just not gonna. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about Enferg now. Young shots on the back of Mars. This is going to be like some quite a big train, as we're going to see who's got it, who's not. As Mars makes somewhat of a mistake, as Young shot's actually going to go for it, and he does not. He wisely does not go for it. Christy Racer trying to chase down his friend, Michael, with Aiden Jones almost drifting away behind him. He's apparently over a minute in front, but he's actually behind. As Mitchell actually gets the move done on Morris, has to go off track as they go side by side. Morris has to do some avoiding action there. I guess they might have banged wheels, and let's let Swifty Racer pass also. Morris is straight on the back of Swifty, as DRS is also enabled. Isn't quite close enough to get anything done. As Kinetic Forces left the session again, he's been disqualified, so his car's not even in the race, so he's just going to keep joining and leaving. I don't know why, he always does this, I swear. He just joins and leaves the game. Like, mate, you're out. You're going to crash out anyway. Sorry, I'm on smoke. Yeah, I think the closest battle is Morris on the Swifty Racer. The two Alpine drivers attempt to chase down Swifty Racer for fourth. As Panda looks to set a 1.4 gap for the lead already. Young shots and Miles getting close to him once again. Nice little train going on between 10th and 8th. Or was that 7th? 10th? As the gaps start to form over here, increasingly. Best ones, he's not quite letting Panda out of the sight just yet, not quite in DRS range either, but he keeps that up. He can maybe get into DRS and then hopefully stay there for him so he can make a challenge for the lead. Miles Goodlife is on Aiden, very close behind. Oh, who's that? That's Young Shots going for a move. On to Miles. Is he going to get it done? No. Doesn't get the traction. Goes into the DRS range. Directly behind him, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him to get close. And is that raindrops? That's raindrops. It's actually raining right now. That's going to change a whole lot of this race if it's going to rain. It's somewhat a bit of drizzle at the moment. Closest gap is Young Shots and Miles. Young Shots on Miles and then Miles on Aiden. They just love a camera where you can't see what's going on in front. Active Mortal just joined again. Why? So then, who can manage to keep their car for 34 laps straight and in the wet? There actually seems to be some different tyre choices, actually. Otherwise, well, I'll say different, it's just the one, it's just Young Shots. Who's on the soft compound, which was a mistake, seeing as it's now raining. And all these other drivers are going to be on the faster compound compared to him. It just depends how quick it gets too wet. Oh, and there's a 3-second time penalty. Some wheel banging going on, and that is going to be Aiden going side by side with Miles. He's going to be direct. Aiden's going to be Miles is going to be directly behind Aiden. Or the DRS. He's going to go for a possible move here. DRS is now being disabled, so it is getting wetter and wetter as they all touch. All of them touch, and that's Inferno Cheese, I think. Or Ryan getting involved now. Somehow managing to keep it clean. Still keeping it clean. So at what point do they all start making mistakes and they all start slipping up? DRS is disabled. Race control has decided that is too wet for DRS, but I don't see any rain currently on the screen. Oh, and that's Young Shots almost actually going directly into the back of Aiden. The 6th, so 5th and above all have a nice little gap, so... Red Bull 1-2 soon? Hardly doubt it. They need a lot of things to go their way, as these drivers look like they're close to hitting that wall there under the bridge. They're not going in for the pits just yet. Why DRS was disabled, I don't know. Who's that at spin? Please don't let us info. It's not info, it's Simo. The Simo having an awful start to this race, and his tyres seem to be too hot, and he's putting on too much throttle, and he's just... Inferno Cheese gets a pretty time penalty. I'm not quite sure what Simo is doing. That's likely his race done with now it being in the wets, unless there is a safety car. But let's see if he decides to stay in, because he is in the points. It's top 12 for points. So if I was his TP, I'll be asking him to not retire, as Young Shots has to go off the track to try and get Aiden, and he does. He goes side by side. Young Shots has got the move done. Although I think he had to give the position back for a legal overtake, because he did go off the track and then get Aiden. So it looks like he has to... let him pass. Getting very close. I like this angle. This is an angle. This is a camera angle and a half. You can see everything. Look at this. See everything. I don't know how it changes it. That's a fantastic camera angle. It is now visibly raining. It's just not on the visors. Mr. Paul just joined again. Who's that? That's one. Is that Simo again? That is Simo again. The Marshall has actually caught up to Best Swansea. So who's going to be the one to pit first is the question, because it looks like the track is starting to get more wetter and wetter as the laps go on. But just airball, just a bit. I think we're at the kind of laps where Young Shots' tyres will start to come into play, as his tyres are actually currently better. in my opinion, as these super soft tyres do go off very quickly, but it's just what he can do with them, Young Shots. As you'd have to get past Aiden Jones as fast as possible. Try and make up the 9 seconds to the Morris ahead. He's actually getting closer. Closer and closer. Not Swifty, Michael. On a visibly wet track. Now you can see that it is now time to pit by the looks of it, as Simo has also crashed out again. It looks to me like now it is time to pit. I mean, there's no way you see that on tyres and think it's not time to pit. As Best Swansea starts to squabble his car a little bit, it starts being tougher for them to slow down their car. Let's see if Panda does pit. Surely he pits, right? Panda does pit. I guess all of these have now got to react to that. Anyone going to hit the pit lane wall? No. No pit lane wall. So all these drivers will now be going on the full wets because there is no intermediate tyres for these cars. Who's that staying out? Young Shots is staying out. Oh god. This is a Red Bull driver, right? Eugene, are you sure? I think you need an engineer. Is Panda faster? Panda is faster. Panda is way faster than Shots at the moment. Just took 5/10 off him. As Young Shots is actually running off the road now. Here comes Panda. Eugene, I think you need some more engineers, mate, to get your... Not Eugene, wait, Eugene, you are a TP. Yeah, you are. You need some good engineers, apparently. I think Inferno Cheese also hasn't pitted, and he is just finding out right now that that was the worst decision of his life. And into this race, as Panda is now on the back of Young Shots, and will be taking this lead momentarily. But look how close everyone else is. That's going to put Young Shots right down. So I think fine. Okay. But Panda retakes the lead with a 5-second gap behind him. Whiteshaw was close, but he lost his gap due to the weather. Morris on Swifty. Who's that? Oh, that is Simmer, I think. Letting the cars pass because he is getting lapped. So that is Shots pitting now, and he is going to find himself in a worse off position. Down to 7th, with all the other cars quite far behind. I think that is... Why is there a yellow flag? Shots now has a pretty big gap to try and catch up in Singapore. As there are some big gaps apart from Morris on Swifty. Let's get a look at him, and he does get the better exit there. There's not going to be any DRS, so it's just going to be a straight drag race, and I think Morris is actually winning the drag race, and he hits the wall there, puts himself into it. Nothing from Swifty there. That was all Morris. But he gets a better traction again. Is he going to dive down the inside? Oh, he had the space to go for it, I reckon. I think he could have taken it, but he chooses not to. But he's right on the rear of Swifty. He'll want to get past Swifty as soon as possible, and he's going to go side by side. And he's going to get it done, but Swifty keeps his car in it. Questionable driving, I think, not yielding there. Gets himself a 3-second penalty in the process. Now they're going side by side for a very dangerous spot. I think they managed to survive just. Swifty with some, in my opinion, some questionable driving when being overtaken. Doesn't want to allow it. Simo looks like it's fun. The hairpin again. Simo having a fantastic race. I'd say Simo's having a better race than Ferg, in my opinion. Simo doesn't have a penalty. Straight back to it as Morris is now straight behind Inferno Cheese, who has not pitted. Still has not pitted. Infernal Cheese. Wow. Is he not pitting? He's still not pitting. Interesting. Now Swifty's going to want to get past him really quick before Infernal Cheese starts to slow him down because he can't drive in the weather. Simo now gets a penalty. Swifty does now get past him. But now there's a 1.3 second gap to Morris. 1.4 second gap now to Morris ahead of him. Aiden Jones on the back of Yonchox. Panda with a 7.3 second gap. Left Swansea. It looks like Aiden, he looks like he was going to go for a move down the inside, but decides not to. But is he going to go here? No, he does not. So far, some pretty good racing. For Singapore, that's not bad. Apart from a few laps, apart from the early laps of lap 1. Simo's got a 5-second penalty now. Anyone else close? Let's look at Miles. Let's give Miles a little camera time. Simo is now retired from the race. Did he crash or did he just retire on track? He might have crashed out. What is it? Is it a safety? It is a full safety car. A full safety car. Ferg has now found himself in the race. Let's have a look at penalties. He's got a 3-second time penalty. 50 and Infernal Cheese has a 3-second penalty also. So far, only 3 drivers have 3-second time penalty, which is actually, I think that's impressive because at least most of this grid on other tracks had 3 seconds by lap 10. So, well done to those who have not got a penalty. But maybe a lot of them have got warnings and maybe on their final one. Is it drying up again? Swifty's pitting for softs. It's drying up again. Morris has also gone on to... Oh, they've all pitted. I haven't noticed. They're all pitting to the softs. What is this? What is this? I don't think I've ever commentated or even been in a race like this where it's started off dry, gone to wets, then gone dry again. That's fun. Race halted at lap 11. All 23 laps to go. And 23 long laps around Singapore. As the current timer is at 2 minutes 30 seconds before they even cross the line under the safety car. Almost a 3-second lap under the safety car. And we still have to wait for a load of drivers yet. One of them being Emperor, who is 34 seconds behind. Did someone get a penalty under the safety car? I think that Ryan got a penalty under the safety car. Interesting. But anyway, your order under the safety car is Panda, still in the lead from qualifying in P1. Best Swansea right behind him in second. Michael climbing his way back up slowly in third. Morris in fourth. Swifty in fifth. Berno Cheese in sixth. Aidan Jones seventh. John Short's eighth. Ryan ninth. 10th is Marks. And 11th is Info. Still waiting on one car to catch the queue, which is now only 10 seconds behind, so hopefully the safety car will be in this lap. Safety car is now in this lap after 2 very long laps, maybe even 3. But now Panda now controls the pack as Emvert joins the queue and gets a 5-second penalty for collision. Oh my god. Great race Emvert is having. As Panda now slows down the pack to let the safety car get to a good enough distance, and then Panda will eventually go and restart the race again. But when does he choose his moment? Can he catch Beth Swansea off guard? He can go at any point now. Safety car is now in the pits. When does he go? Is he going to choose to go before the line? Or is he going to go on his corner? Which, that is actually Beth Swansea going past him, and that's Ben Swansea. Ben Swansea has just ruined his own restart there. We're going side by side and actually overtaking Panda, which has actually just ruined his restart completely. Now it's Aiden Jones all the way down at the bottom. Not quite sure what's happening. He might have had a little spin. So, an already eventful first few turns. A lot of cars going side by side. Who's going to risk it? So far, so good. As that is Young Shots round. There's a lot going on right now. I mean, a lot. Just get a hold of Beth Swansea on Marshall, as Marshall did get past him after Beth Swansea's not very good restart. Almost cost him, or almost went pretty far down. But he got lucky. Aiden Jones on the back of Emvert. And Emvert on the back of Ryan. As Aiden Jones does go for the send, and Emvert crashes him out. And into the barrier. I'm pretty sure that was a reset to track. Morris on the back of Best Swansea still, as Swifty is also keeping him close tabs. Looked like he went off track there, in my opinion, but... John Shoxy is a 3-second time penalty. The field slowly starts to spread out by seconds. Aiden Jones gets a 3-second time penalty now. We wanting to try and catch up to the pack as quickly as possible. Closest battle is Swifty on Morris. Morris now gets a 3-second penalty. Now the 3-second penalties look like they're going to start coming on through. As there's only 4 drivers now without a penalty. And over the fastest lap of the race now. The RS is now back enabled. It's Ryan actually on the back of Miles. Let's have a look at Ryan. See if he can close the gap some more and possibly go for an overtake on Miles. Aiden Jones also now on the back of Mferk, the guy who spun Aiden Jones around, but I'm pretty sure Mferk is lagging pretty hard, so he doesn't. So on his screen, there's probably no one around him. So Aiden Jones has got a big job to do to try and get past him and not have Mferk crash into him. Because I think Mferk has desync, probably, or his just internet is just really bad. See if Aiden can pull it off. Panda setting another faster lap. I think he would just went a tenth faster. Not even that. No, it's Mferk actually pinned, so Aiden must be relieved as anything for that, knowing that he doesn't have to try and get past him. Mferk gets another 3-second penalty going into the pit, and Mferk has left the session. Right, really getting up the rear of Miles, looking to try and possibly get him on the DRS. He's not close enough. Unfortunately for Ryan, he's not close enough. And keeps a 2-second lead to the championship leader, Mitchell. Ryan all over the rear of Miles, virtually pushing him through the corners. Now the DRS, he wants to be as close as he can for the next DRS zone. That way he can go for a move. Keeping it nice and tidy so far. Ooh, doesn't have the best exit there, and he will not be close enough to Miles to go for an overtake. Let's go back to Swifty, Jason Morris down. We've stayed within that DRS range. Slappy be trying his hardest to stay within DRS. Even though DRS doesn't do a whole lot, unless you're like at least 2 temps behind, 3 temps behind the car, then you can get the slipstream. Morris, it looks like Morris has made a little mistake, causing him to go wider than he originally planned. And that leaves Swifty even closer. But you do realise your car is still in the race, yes? You're typing, but your car is still in the race. Swifty looking to be as close as he possibly can for this next DRS straight. This is the straight where it matters. He's close, but he's not close enough. He needs to be at least 3 temps, 2 temps behind the driver in front of him just to even get it done. Out drag him. Beth Swansea now gets a penalty, his first penalty of the race. So that just leaves 3. Miles, Good Life, and Mitchell yet to get a penalty. Oh, he is now right at the back of me. What happened to Morris? I wasn't looking, I was looking away. We go side by side. Swifty gets the move done. Something happened there, and Morris, I think, I did hear a slight tap of the wall, it sounded like. Morris made a mistake, and Swifty capitalised on it. Well done to Swifty for getting the move done. Now down to Morris, can he get his position back? As he was doing just enough before he was overtaken by Swifty to keep in front of Swifty. Ryan gets a 3-second penalty again, that adds up to 6 seconds. Will Morris be close enough for the DRS straight? At this rate he will be. Just about his exit. Does get a better one, so he is going to have a very good try. He's got to go for a move here. He's more than open. Goes side by side, and he should get the move done. Swifty still stays on track. They're still side by side. Got a great camera angle here. Swifty tries to get the position back, but no. Morris does keep his car ahead. Great move from Morris. Gap is 50. Ryan on the back of Miles. It did get a whole lot closer in the last round, but it's really, my attention is Swifty and Morris, as these two have been close for a lot of laps now. 14 laps left to go. Panda only has a 2.6 second gap lead, so these two are neck and neck of their lap times right now. The few races are just not close enough in the DRS to make a possible move, but he's sticking directly behind Morris, not giving him any breathing space. Ryan also on the back of Miles, not giving him any breathing space. Any mistake from these two drivers and they get overtaken. Seems to me Panda, Mitchell and Beth Swansea are all matching each other's time and not letting them get too far ahead of one another. So anything can still happen in this race. A mistake could be made and cost them a tenth, a second. There could be a spin. There could be another safety car. All is yet still to happen. It could even rain. They could even need a pit yet. I don't know how long these softs are going to last. Is Swifty going to be close enough for the second DRS? The main DRS straight where you can actually get anything done. Is Swifty going to be close enough? It needs to be at least 3 temps. Right now it's 6 temps. He needs to get a better corner exit. Doesn't get a better exit. So he is not going to be anywhere near close enough. Three temps now is Swifty behind Morris. Getting very close. I think Swifty has found where Morris is not least comfortable around the track. Looks like he's pushing him through the corners. He's getting so close to him, but not quite close enough to go for a possible move. Can he get himself any closer to the RS straight again? A few of these words I'm going to be saying quite a lot. But for now, he seems to be sticking right behind him. He just needs to get a better exit now. Better exit of his next turn. And he can be all over the back of Morris. Is he going to do it? No, still 6 attempts. He's still just shy of Morris. To be able to make a move on him. Now only 2 drivers yet to get a penalty. As Miles did get a penalty, which I didn't see happened earlier. Ooh. Oh, Swifty is a lot closer now. It's 3 tenths behind him, but still just needs to work on their exit. If he can get a better exit there and not make a mistake almost going to the back of him there, he can get the move done. He's just there. He's got now 10 laps to do it. 10 laps to get past Morris, who has been behind for the entire race almost. Swifty is 2 tenths behind Morris. He's more than close enough to get a move done. Go on, Swifty. Let's have some entertainment, please. Ozzy goes now, gets the inside line, goes for the move, keeping it clean. Morris has to go off track, but it's all good. Now they go side by side. Looks like Morris is going to edge it. They're going to go. It's just a drag race down to the next few corners. Who can do it? And I think it's Swifty there, just backs out as Morris keeps ahead of Swifty. Finally, some action. Finally, something. Swifty got himself close enough. Now he has to do that all over again, but be even closer. Here we go. He is now close for a DRS thrown right here, but I don't think. Oh, he might be. Oh. Might be able to go for a lunge, but he doesn't. He plays it safe. Good on him. Swifty is not close enough this time on the DRS, right? Sorry for those who are tuning in and thinking why am I still only watching Swifty, because this is the only closest battle so far in the race. So my eyes will be stuck on Swifty and Morris. Panda and Mitchell keeping that same gap the entire race. They're just matching each other. Oh, and it's 2-1 for United now. It's an own goal from Everton. Very close once again. Is he close enough? No, he's not close enough. Even with DRS in these F2 cars, it's sometimes not a lot until you're right behind them. Race again. Still trying to chase down Morris. This has been every lap, I swear. I think Morris did make a little mistake there, but it doesn't matter. 50 will not close enough still. This is the only part. It's the only part of the track where I'm getting more excited for. See if Swifty's close enough to go for a move. Once again, Swifty is getting very close. He's at least keep this distance or more. Get past him on the next DR straight, or even go for a move. And he's not going to be close enough. Oh, he's not close enough. Needs to be another 10th. 50 is just running out of DRS. Great. He's running out of DRS straight. He can't get the move done. There's not enough straight for him. Go for the move. Four laps remaining. Now I can go to sleep. Time remaining? Huh? The race is finishing, what? Apparently Young Shots has won. Apparently the race is finishing early, everyone. What's going on here? Why is the race finishing? I hope that's a glitch. It says Young Shots has finished the race. And he's going slow, Young Shots. I think the race is going to end in 2 minutes. And it's over. Panda wins. Panda wins with what? Panda wins with Nitro in second. What just happened? What? What on earth just happened there? No shots. We don't need to do a 5-lapper. The race is done. I'm going to sleep. That was we didn't get full distance, but I'll take 31. That's enough. There's only 4 laps left. There are a lot of gaps. There's no point in having a restart. I mean, time limit reached. A time limit? What? There's a time limit? Surely there's not actually a time limit in this. So anyway, Panda wins, I hope. Anyway, Panda wins. Montreal in second. Best one's in for. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Panda gets his win over his rival. Some crucial points to get it back. Yeah, I guess that is it. We're not gonna restart. No restart apparently. That is the race. I mean, it was lap 31 of 31 of 34. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. That's me. Anyway, tune in tomorrow. I'm not quite sure who's gonna be doing it tomorrow, but the Division 1 race is back. But Panda gets the first race win of the year in Formula V in 2023. But yeah, tune in tomorrow for the Division 1 in Singapore. Goodbye.